What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. Here's my 5-minute daily makeup routine video. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. I'll see you in the video. Yay! I am with my skincare on and everything ready. Boring as ever. I think it's time to change that with the magic of makeup. I'm going to get slapping on this e.l.f. primer. I love this because it does cover up your pores and your makeup goes on better and it stays on longer as well. So let's get some of that on all over my face, concentrating on mainly the areas where I have problems with pores. Cheeks, nose, a little bit on the chin and my forehead. Yves Saint Laurent foundation. I'm going to put that all over my face. I love the colour of this. It actually matches my skin really well. Not so much during the winter because I get paler during the winter, but in the summer this is going to be perfect. I can't wait. Roll on spring. I am so sick of the cold, it's unreal. Do you know what? I actually found that if I put foundation on my face in the winter, it protects my skin better. On days where I don't, my skin feels really dry, so I'm sticking with the makeup here. I think it helps. Just making sure I blend this all in properly, because sometimes I go out and see a little bit that wasn't blended in properly. No one needs that in their lives. I've got these two acne scars that have been here for months. They're really annoying me. I'm just going to go over them with some NYX concealer. I find that it does really help to conceal your spots. Foundation doesn't seem to cover it too well. I also use a little bit on the veins around my eyes. I like to just blend that in a little bit with my foundation and just dab it again with a bit of foundation that's left on the brush. Taking my time to blend everything in. I think this is probably the longest part of the makeup process for me. I've got this concealer stick from Barry M, Chisel Cheeks. I love this. I love the colour of it. I love the way it goes on. It really does make a difference to structuring your face. I'm just going to put that in the usual places. Enhance my cheekbones. I've got a broken nose, so the bridge of my nose is a bit mashed, so this really helps to make my nose look a little bit narrower, and it just tidies everything up a little bit. When I used to see makeup people using contour and highlighter, I always used to think, what's the point? But it really makes a whole huge difference to your face. It just structures it a little bit more and makes it a lot tidier. I've got Chisel Cheeks from Barry M again. This is the highlighting stick. I absolutely love this. So it's just going to make those bits that I've left out pop a little bit. It really does give a lot of structure to your face and it just makes you look done. Highlighting and contouring never used to be a thing for me, but now that I've actually got into the routine of doing it, I don't know how I lived without it. I'm just using a smaller brush just to go over my nose with, as I want to try and keep this line quite thin. And we want to be quite specific with where we're putting this, otherwise it's just pointless. We've got Barry M Ready Set Smooth. I love this. It's setting powder, keeps your makeup on longer, and it also erases the harsh lines of the contouring and highlighting that we just did. It doesn't erase them totally, of course, otherwise that would be pointless, but it does kind of dim them out a little bit so that it's not obvious that you've contoured and highlighting. The powder goes everywhere. It's a nightmare. I have to put quite a lot of this on and then just kind of brush it off once it's set a little bit. We're looking a lot sweeter already. Spice it up with the contour and the highlighting. It takes no time at all. Just love it. Just going to brush all the powder out of my brows and then we can get on with doing those. I think I look a lot better already. Oh, it just goes to show. Makeup is so useful. I've got my dark brown eyebrow pencil. I don't always use this, especially now that I've tinted my brows. I don't really need to use it when I want to keep the natural look. But because it's brown, I like mixing it in with the black. It does look really nice and it fills all them gaps in. But I don't necessarily do this every day. I'm just going to blend that in a little bit so that the lines don't look too harsh. I'm just looking to just tidy them up a little bit and define the shape a little bit. I haven't got the easiest eyebrows to deal with, as I always say. So doing this does really help to define the shape and make them a little bit more, I don't know, prominent. I've got Rimmel Kate here, contouring, highlighting and blush. I love this. I've had this palette for a while now. I probably should be slinging it out now, but I just love it so much. I always use this brown one just to go over the bits that we've used the cream on. It does keep it on for longer, and it does kind of solidify that colour on my cheeks, whereas the cream's quite subtle. So I like to just go over it with the powder as well, just a bit under my nose as well, a little bit on the sides as well, and just on my hairline. It looks like I've done too low on my cheeks, but it's just the camera. Oh yeah, I always put a little bit under my jaw as well, just to strengthen my jawline a little bit as well. When you get older, you start getting them sagging jowls. Not that they're sagging, but they're not as perky as they used to be. This always helps. I'm going to use some of the pink blush now, just on my cheeks, just on the apples of my cheeks, so I get that little rosy glow without it looking like rosacea. So I don't like to go too over the top with this, because I'm going to use the pink on the other palette as well, just to kind of mix the colour a little bit, so it is as natural looking as it possibly can be for today. I do sometimes just use one or the other, depending on lipstick and stuff. Yay, I have cheekbones. So I'm going to go for the highlighter now. We have highlighted and the stick does really do a good job, but I just like to dab a little bit on the top of my cheekbones, just for the part that I want to be a little bit more glowy, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, and just the sides where my eyebrows end. I feel like that helps to kind of widen my face. Oh yes, it's Barry M again. We've got the Illuminating Highlighter palette. I absolutely love this. This just adds a little bit of everything we've just done in a more glowy way. It's very light, so you have to kind of dab it quite a few times, but I like working with light makeup, so you can't really make any mistakes with it. So we're just highlighting those areas again, just to make all of that pop. You don't have to do all these steps, but I find that it really helps because they're totally different highlighters, so it completes the look for me. Right, it's time to go in with that concealer again. Just going to put a little bit under my eyebrows, just so that we've got a nice bit more of a cutting edge shape at the bottom. Although this is meant to be natural makeup, sorry, sometimes I go overboard, but if you use eyebrow pencil, I feel like you have to use concealer as well, otherwise it's just a total mess, especially as I'm not very neat putting it on. I just like to blend that with my fingers, just run along the line so it's all nice and straight and neat and lovely. I love it. I've got my Lancome Mascara. I love this. I'm not going to put too much on. I'm just going to neaten my lashes basically and actually look like I've got some. I kind of just put this on the ends of my lashes only, especially when I'm going for a natural look. It doesn't have to be dramatic. I don't like clumpy mascara. I don't like heavy mascara, and I don't really like my lashes all turned up fully, so I just turn the ends up, and I find that that makes it look a lot more natural. We're nearly done now, so we're going to get some of this Barry M lip plumping stuff on. I love this. It looks a lot darker on camera, but it is actually a really light pink. It looks so natural, you can hardly tell you've got any on. It's quite translucent as well, and it does actually help plump up your lips. Oh yeah, and my hair looks a lot silkier today, so I love that. I've got some new products and I'm going to do a video on these. You're going to love them. So there it is, guys. I'm all done for the day. I can go out feeling my most confident now. Oh, the things makeup really does for us. Totally spiced up our look for the day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.